You know, we've talked about many comedians. No, actually, we've only talked about,
Yeah, we just talked about one, that Nikki girl with the fucking roast beef sandwich vagina.
Don't say it. You know, we don't need to talk about the Nikki's.
Okay.
You know, if you want to learn about Nikki, just go watch her special, and you'll learn everything you need to know about Nikki Glasser. Today, we're talking about, man, what is this dude's name?
His name is
I didn't
Bert.
even write his freaking name down.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
There, Bert. Bert Kreischer.
Yes.
Kreischer?
Kreischer?
He sounds Jewish.
Kreischer?
I don't know.
He's probably Jewish.
His name is Bert.
He's in Hollywood. Of course he's Jewish.
That's okay. It's okay. If you're Jewish, it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, some people might think you're an asshole, but I'm an asshole, and I'll love you if you're Jewish. It's all right.
Of course you will. Anyways, his name is Bert Kreischer, and he's got Netflix
there you go.
called
Netflix.
Secret Time. He's got 2 shows, but in the country I live in, we only get to see Secret Time.
It doesn't matter. The other show doesn't matter. Secret Time is way funnier than his second one. Secret Time's hilarious.
Secret Time is funny. I went to my homie's house, and my homie was like, dude, you gotta watch this comedy on Netflix. And I'm like, bro, the comedy shit on Netflix it's not funny.
You're right,
a lot of the people on Netflix, they're just, I'm sorry, your comedy sucks. The shit you talk about, this shit ain't funny. It's not funny. I know it's hard to be a comedian. I'm not judging you. I know it's hard. I'm trying to be funny. This shit ain't hard. Shit ain't easy.
Hard.
What am I talking about?
Bullshit. It ain't hard. It's not hard. If you're funny, you're funny. If you're not funny, you're just not funny.
True.
And there's just a lot of people who just aren't that funny.
True. It's
not
easy.
It's kind of boring. But anyways, this is Bert Kreischer. Yeah, Bert K. We're just going to call him Bert, not Ernie. That's easy. Yes.
Yes. We'll call you Bert, not Ernie. So the guy named Bert, not Ernie has a Netflix thing.
Why do you keep wanting to say HBO? I keep hearing H come out your mouth, and you know H is that word you used to stutter. That letter used to. Yes. People used to be like, "Hi, Deluxe." Used to be like, "Hello." You know, and people are like, "Hey, Deluxe, what sport do you play?" And you would be like, hockey.
You know, Uber, you really are an asshole.
Thank you.
I don't know why I want to keep saying HBO, but anyways, Netflix.
Yes.
Get that better?
So, you know, people,
what?
We just saw a Bert, not Ernie's podcast called Open Tabs, and he shares like the open tabs on his computer, and he talks shit, and it's funny. And then he talked about these cats from Atlanta called Frakenstein's Lab, I think it's Frankenstein's Lab.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Frankenstein's Lab. And then I went and I watched the episode of Frankenstein's Lab. And it's just two dudes. I don't know if they're black guys or Chinese guys.
No, they're black dudes.
On the Bert, not Ernie Open Tab special, they were black dudes.
Yes.
But on the Frankenstein's Lab,
they
were like
dudes.
black Chinese dudes, and I had no idea. I couldn't understand why.
Bro,
and they didn't talk very much. They were just silent. They kind of smiled and chuckled every now and again, and I wasn't entertained, to be honest with you.
Okay, to be honest, but you know why they were kind of Chinese-eyed, right?
No, I thought they were black Chinese guys.
Really?
I have no idea why their eyes were Chinese-like. No idea.
All right, we're just gonna move on and get off of the Chinese eyes because I think you do know.
Hey, no, I don't know. But guess what happened to me today, man? I was just hanging out, chilling at the beach, and this girl walked up to me and she's like, "Hey, are you Ufa?" And I was like, "Who the fuck knows? I got a face for radio. How do you know my face?" And she's like, I listened to your podcast number 13, and I got a problem with you and men in dresses, and she just, man, this girl lit me on fire.
What was podcast? Remind me what podcast 13 was about.
We were talking about how guys with beards, 32 years. I don't know how to rephrase it. I'm just gonna say this: guys who are 32 years old and have big furry beards on their face should not be wearing makeup and dresses and acting like they're 14-year-old women. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
But what if they're what?
Okay, I guess I'm saying that. And one more thing.
What else you gotta say?
Listen.
What?
Listen. Like I told you in the other episodes, maybe she didn't listen to this other episode of mine, but Earth is my planet's messed up science experiment.
It's true,
and
you did say that.
We are kind of responsible, but not responsible for everything that's going on here.
Well.
So, it's not about taking accountability in anything except for what you're doing. And if you're hurting people, you're hurting people. If you're not hurting people, then all right, do your thing. But if you're influencing people to be stupid and confused and messed up, well, karma's a bitch.
Bro.
That's all I can say.
Yo.
What?
So this podcast is about me playing Bert Kreischer, or Bert Not Ernie's podcast special Secret Time for my 70-year-old parents. I kind of influenced my 70-year-old parents with some pretty raunchy comedy.
Bro, that is disgusting comedy for a 70-year-old woman. Well, I gotta tell you, he talks about porn, sex, slapping vaginas. It's like survey says, like, my mom loves that show where they say survey says, and he just put that show and
what?
Man,
what?
Can we talk about bro, this whole list of jokes is just horrible. It's disgusting. How did you ever play this for your mom and dad?
He talks about his little daughter putting deodorant on her nose because, I'm not going to tell you the punchline, but just time travel, getting high on, he talks about his kids, he talks about his wife and life and basketball, when he was 13 years old, he shares you fun life stories, It's not my fault the first 2 jokes he says where he puts his asshole on the bed to dry it off, and then sometimes he spits on toilet paper to wipe his butt, called Alabama Wet Wipe. Well, I've been doing the Alabama Wet Wipe for fucking 20 years, Mr. Bert Kreischer, Bert Not Ernie.
I've been doing the Alabama Wet Wipe for freaking my whole lifetime and then some.
I bet you have.
Everybody knows you spit on toilet paper first and then wipe your butt. It just feels good.
Great.
Duh. If you don't do that by now, you are gonna be one of those humans that goes extinct. The only people who are gonna make it to the next life are the people who spit on their toilet paper.
For sure.
I guarantee it.
I agree.
Trust me, I know. We created your planet.
Bro, dude, guess the next joke?
What? I'm pretty sure it wasn't about buttholes, because if you talk about drying your butthole off on the bed and then spitting on toilet paper, I mean, there's not many more butthole jokes left, is there?
Well, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of comedians who could have a lot of butthole jokes, but no, he went from talking about his butthole to how shitty his wife gives blowjobs.
What?
And at that point, I look at my mom and my dad across from me, and
that's gotta be awkward.
Kind of trying to observe their facial expressions in this whole moment as we're dealing out cards, getting ready to play a game called Hand and Foot.
Did you hand and foot? Hey, 2 questions. What the hell is hand and foot? And did you feel awkward sitting with your parents listening to blowjobs and buttholes?
At first, I kind of felt awkward, but
these are the same parents that gave you an orange and then let you peel the orange for 30 minutes and eat that thing in the kitchen table, and they went to the other side of the house and had sex?
Yes.
These are the same ones?
Yes, and these are also the same parents who I think they were maybe in their 60s, and I opened up the game where we hold all the cards to play hand and foot, and on one of their scorecards, it clearly read, the loser has to give the other person head.
What the? Bro, your parents are freaks. Holy crap.
I know, and I bet you right now, if I'm talking about them right now, my dad will be like, hey, Mom, come in the room, and he'll probably have his dick out, cock and balls out. My dad was that guy. You look through the photo album, and it's like, oh, that's a cool photo, that's a cool photo. Then it's like, oh, there's your dad sitting in the chair, and it's like, what the heck? Is that a big set of nuts hanging out of his shorts,
You do realize you're on the internet talking about your dad's cock and balls?
Well, yeah, where else will you talk about your dad's cock and balls but the internet?
What do you think his reaction's going to be?
I don't know. I just thought about that just now. I have no idea. He probably looked down at his balls and was like, yeah, they're still there. Or he probably called my mom in the room, and my mom and him are both observing his balls. I have no idea. All I know is, hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
So let me ask you. When you first observed your dad's balls in the family photograph, were you like, home sweet home, like that's where I'm from?
I'm not from there. I mean, I'm partly from there, but I'm also from a vagina, and I'm usually looking at vagina like, I can't wait to get home. I don't look at balls and be like, home sweet home. No. I look at balls like,
think about this one.
I gotta think about this one.
Yeah, 'cause no matter what you say, I'm gonna be like, regardless, you're thinking about balls, bro. That's kind of messed up. So regardless of what your answer is, it's not right because you're still thinking about balls.
All right, well, let's get off of the balls subject and get back onto Bert Kreischer, Bert Not Ernie.
Okay, we'll get off the balls subject, but we're gonna stay really close because I want to know What was the make or break moment where you were like, okay, my parents accept this, or my parents, I don't know if they're going to be into this kind of comedy?
Well, right away as we dealt out the cards, it was his butthole jokes and his wife giving him crappy blowjobs. And I forget, I think he went into jerking off or something. I don't even know. I don't know. It's just a roller coaster that just takes you up this ride, and you're laughing the entire way.
Well,
and then you get to this point where
not all of us.
He's talking about he's at a party or something, and it's like a finger in your ass. You don't know if you should pull away or push back into it.
Oh my
and when he said that, my mom just busted out laughing. And
Your
I'm just
mom
like, I didn't
that.
know if like my mom's ever been to one of these orgy parties where this happens, or if she just thought that joke was funny.
Nah, you know, bro.
What?
You humans are weird. That's all I gotta say.
We are weird, but just as we are weird, some of us are really good storytellers, and Bert is a really, really good storyteller. He tells you, I mean, you don't need to know this guy, and you watch his special, and it's hilarious. It is. You'll never, ever look at his wife the same way again.
No, never. You never will.
And his kids are retarded. No matter how great and successful his kids become, they are going to be the dumbest kids out there.
I don't know. Isla, I think Isla is going to be a genius. I think Isla is a genius.
Yes.
Isla can handle dog shit. She's got a creative imagination.
Yes, she does.
And, I mean, she's good. Isla, you and your deodorant. The softball. You knocked it out the park.
Yeah, coach really got a hold of that one.
You got a hand to that girl. She believes in time travel. She's about to come back and tell herself something, and she uses the N-word all day long. I mean, it's dope. I mean, it's Bert Kreischer.
He's good.
I take my hat off, but I don't want to show my bald spot.
You don't have a bald spot. Where?
Yes,
Let me see.
Look, right here. Look.
What the hell? What'd you do to yourself?
Honestly, Deluxe?
Yeah, tell me the truth.
Well, I was watching a movie, and someone had mentioned, like, hey, look at that guy's T-shirt. And I was like, I don't know, what's up? And they were like, this guy's supposed to be living in an RV, and he's supposed to be poor and broke, and all his stuff should be old. And I was like, And they were like, look at his T-shirt. Why is his T-shirt brand new in this scene? In this particular scene, he's wearing a brand new T-shirt. And I was like, okay, you were pretty observant there. And he's like, look at the T-shirt, the logo. It's a red triangle. And inside the triangle is like a oil pump or like a radio tower. I don't know, but it looks weird, doesn't it? And I was like, I don't know. And I looked really close to the TV to look at his T-shirt. And I was like, And then I slipped and fell because not only did I see a T-shirt, but I saw a big old penis on the screen. And it surprised me, and I fell, and I hit my head right here in the bald spot, Deluxe. Yeah. You see it right there?
Yes, I see it. Jeez, really bro, hurts. That is a long story to get to your bald spot. I mean,
it's got a lot of.
What do all those details got to do with this story?
Because, so we should do like maybe a podcast about movie conspiracies.
Why?
Because I'm pretty observant, and you're pretty observant. You know, when you wear glasses.
But what's that got to do with this story? What are you talking about right now?
Okay, so I got a bald spot because I leaned in and I tripped and fell and I hit my head and then that happened. Yeah, but the reason I leaned in and tripped and fell was because my friend pointed out on the TV, look at that guy's T-shirt, it shouldn't be like that. And I look at it like, it's a red pyramid and like a red antenna looking thing. That's weird.
Yes.
And then right as I noticed that, right before I tripped, I see the armchair of the chair the guy's sitting in, the little part where you put your arm. It looks like a big phallic penis. It's like, it's really obvious that it's a big penis. It just looks really weird. Like out of all the chairs they could have used for this movie and this particular scene, they chose this chair with the armchair that ends looking like a penis.
So you want to talk about penises in movies?
No.
Is that what you want to talk about? I'm
No.
really confused.
No, I don't want to talk about penises in movies. In this one particular movie, there's a scene where it looks like a big penis, but it's just the arm of the chair.
You know.
But it just looks strange, Deluxe, because you know as well as I do, when they make a movie, it's like a person's job. It's several people's job to look and pick items that are going to be on scene, on camera. When the camera moves and when objects move in the scene, how do they appear in the actual what we're going to see? Like, that's this person's job. And someone's job was to pick that new T-shirt at the same time he sat in the chair with the penis hands.
Maybe that's what they wanted.
Penis arm.
Maybe they wanted him to sit in a chair that had penises. You know, maybe that was. I don't know. What movie was this?
Who'd want you to? It was Captain Fantastic.
And anything else weird about that movie?
Yeah, one of his daughters is reading a book about the Lolita.
No way.
Some girl called Lolita, and it's about an old man who's molesting this little girl.
Yeah.
And apparently the book makes you feel really bad for this girl named Lolita. And that was the same time frame that Jeffrey Epstein and the Lolita Express started to hit the news.
I think
so this movie came out on Netflix, and pretty soon Jeffrey Epstein thing's coming out, and it just seemed kind of odd how they both kind of happened at the same time in this reality.
Yeah, it's just kind of odd. And I think the book talked about the book makes you feel bad for the guy that's molesting the little girl.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you feel bad for the little girl.
You know what, bro?
What? Tell me.
Jeffrey Epstein did not kill himself.
Ooh, you know what else, bro?
What? Besides the fact that the scratchy mic is coming back? What? Tell me.
We could do a movie conspiracy podcast, I guess, because you ever watch the first episode or the first season or first movie of Back to the Future Part 1?
First episode, first season. It's hard when you do a podcast. The whole life starts to become about your podcast, doesn't it?
Yeah, my mind's just a little bit jumbled. But,
a little. Bro, I saw Back to the Future back in the 80s when it came out. I don't think I've seen Back to the Future Part 1 since. What's up with that one?
Back to the Future? Oh, man, there's so many 9/11 references in the movie.
Really?
In the first one. Like, just the little mall where, man, there's just so many. There's so many. You could actually find all the details in some videos online here somewhere. Whoa. There's so many out there. But Back to the Future, one of them, the first one, there's so many. Back to the Future Part 2, there's a couple references.
Bro.
There's the movie.
I just gotta stop you right there. What? You know you sound like Donald Trump.
What? Nah, dude.
Yes.
How do I sound like Donald Trump?
Oh, there's so many out there. There's just so many. I mean, just repeat yourself several more times, why don't you? And you're repeating nothing. Say bigger words than just, there's so many out there. Just so many. Come on, bro.
There's so many references in the Back to the Future Part 1 that it's ridiculous. So I'll just tell you this.
Ridiculous.
The movie ends with the car speeding down the street, hits the lightning bolt that's hanging on the wire going to the church with the lightning bolt, and then it gets enough energy and it blasts off into the movie theater and goes into the future. Or Back to the Future, or I don't know how you go back to the future, but whatever.
I don't know.
Remember that part?
Yes, I do remember that part. I do. And when you say the word ridiculous, you do sound like Donald Trump.
Oh, dude,
and,
come on.
What? I was going to say something else too, but I forgot. But I do remember the car going away and it left flames, tire flames in the street. It was all flaming street and car futurized and stuff like that. Yeah, it was all cool.
Did you know next to those flames on the left-hand side was a sign on a building?
No.
And on that sign is the giant yellow number 9.
Really? So there's a 9 on a building? So what? What's that got to do with anything? Back to the Future number 9? There's going to be 9 more episodes or seasons or movies, as you would call it? I don't know. I'm confused.
No. Take the 9 and look at the 2 flaming flame marks on the road.
Oh! I feel so dumb. Yeah, wow, really?
Yes.
I got to go back and watch Back to the Future episode 1 or season 1 or Bro, now you got me saying that crap.
Yes, because I programmed you.
What? How the hell did you program me?
Because just like if you watch Back to the Future Part 1, the car, when it's in the parking lot of the mall, that actually is called Twin Pine Malls in the beginning.
What?
With two twin pine trees.
Really?
And then after the Back to the Future thing happens, it's now called One Pine Mall, and it's just one pine tree. So we had, in our reality, the Twin Towers, and then we had now the One World Trade Center.
What? That's really weird.
It gets even weirder because when Marty rolls up, Marty is Michael J. Fox's character. When Marty McFly rolls up on his skateboard to the mall, and he rolls up to that sign, the time is 1:16 in the morning. If you flip that sign around, that sign now says 9/11 with two arrows pointing down.
Oh, the pine trees that were pointing upside down are arrows pointing down, and the Twin Towers went. Damn, Deluxe. Damn.
So, in that scene at the mall, the car, when he does the test drive of the car with the dog in it, that car crashes into a photo booth in the lot of the mall.
Yes.
And at the end of the movie, the car crashes into a movie theater.
Wow, photo booth, movie,
and that's
film.
how we've all been programmed, folks.
Whoa, dude, what the
fuck? When 9/11 fell, it fell next to a building that was all black like a movie screen.
Really?
And that black building movie screen is what has programmed us from this point on.
What?
And it's my question when I meet people.
What?
Are you programmed or are you not programmed?
You did ask me. Yep.
Where do you lie? Because I need to know who I'm talking to, what I'm dealing with.
Well, I lie to the police.
It's kind of like the Neanderthal and the caveman.
Huh? They're the same
and
person.
How they went extinct. When Cro-Magnon man showed up, when Homo sapiens showed up,
get your timeline
and the
right.
cavemen all were like, that cow and that horse and that dinosaur are all the same thing.
Yeah, they look the same.
The humans were like, nah, fool.
No.
There's a difference.
Hey, bro,
right now there's a difference between some people.
Deluxe.
Some of us know that there's a weird thing happening here on this planet Earth.
Hey,
and
Deluxe.
some of us are just going along with the ride.
Deluxe.
What?
I created your planet. There's definitely something weird here happening. Get over it.
Dude.
Move on. Stop telling everybody all the secrets.
No.
Go back to the movie conspiracies.
Why does the number 23 always appear in movies? The number 23 appears in movies, and there's in some movies you can always break down all the numbers in the movie. They're either the root numbers are 3, 6, or 9.
Huh. That's wild.
Yeah.
What do you think that has to do with something?
I don't know.
What's the point of that?
I don't know. It's just something I've noticed, like in a lot of movies. I think if the root number is 3, 6, or 9, the movie's got some kind of truth to it. And if the numbers aren't 3, 6, or 9, it's more of a nonfiction.
All I hear is 69, bro.
Whatever. It's not. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know because maybe it's not even true. Maybe it's just overanalyzing something silly to make something out of nothing. Because that's really what we always do. We always just kind of make something out of nothing because everything already exists. Everything.
Bro.
So no matter what you want, everything is already there for you to prove whatever you want.
Wow, bro.
I mean, there's still a bunch of other stuff to prove whatever you want is incorrect, but there's enough evidence to prove what you want is correct.
That's so true.
So that's the world we live in.
That's exactly what I was telling the girl at the beach today. Like,
really?
No matter what we think is right or wrong, there's enough evidence there to contradict whatever we think.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what, and there's nothing we can do unless you just go and do it and experience it. You know what I mean?
True. Just go do whatever you want to do. Just don't do it responsibly. You know, like I said in the other podcast.
Yes, with
do whatever the fuck you want to do, people. Just do it responsibly. Just don't hurt nobody.
Don't be an oofa.
Influence someone else in a negative way.
Yeah.
You know, I forget what religionism it is, but one of those religions says the way you create bad karma is by affecting another person's free will.
I think that's Buddhism. I'm not sure, but I think it's Buddhism.
Maybe.
If you're messing with someone's free will, you're definitely going to get bad karma. And I think if you're out there trying to influence society in any way, shape, or form, and if it's not for a positive way, if it's just for like an agenda or your own personal something, it's I don't know if it's really positive. Like, how positive is this podcast? Like, what are we actually doing?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think
what's in your mouth?
I'm eating something right now.
I can hear that.
Sorry about that. What are we doing? I don't know what we're doing. We're just actually, no, I do know what we're doing.
What?
Just like I got this piece of candy in my mouth right now, making me all weird.
Yeah.
We are being authentic. We're not being anything else but who and what we are.
This is who I am. I'm Ufa, and I'm an asshole, and this is what you're gonna get. You're gonna get me. I'm opinionated.
Yes.
I talk a lot of. I don't know. I think I'm a really nice guy, actually, Deluxe.
Actually,
I'm a nice guy. I don't like being an asshole. I know I'm an asshole, but I'm really a nice guy.
No, I think you're just a victim of your circumstances, and I think you are a really nice guy. I've enjoyed your company here on this podcast, that's for sure.
Why, thank you. The girl at the beach today said this podcast is everything with me. She said the first one was so stupid and boring.
Really?
And then I think number 3 is when I came on, and she was like, when I heard number 3, I was in love. Your voice just melted my panties right off of me. What? And I was like, really? And then she's like, yeah. And then when I found out you're a lesbian, and then I was like, and then she was like, and I was like, yeah.
You know, for some reason,
that was it.
That was it, huh?
Yeah, that was it. Like, it was dark. She went her way, I went my way.
Okay.
I had the dogs with me.
Okay.
And that was it. We got somebody listening, Deluxe. Somebody made it all the way to episode 13. So
True. Thank you.
That's good news. A real person walked up to us and was like, "You're that guy from Deluxe and Deluxsauce." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm Ufa." And she's like, I already told you all that part. But anyways, a real person walked up to us, Deluxe, and they said, "You suck. Talking shit about girls or talking shit about guys wearing dresses. Apparently it's okay for guys to wear dresses, which it is, I guess. You know, if you want to wear a dress, go ahead. Just don't act like a 14-year-old girl if you're 32. You know, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying."
Speaking of 14-year-old girls, Jeffrey Epstein did not kill himself.
Whoa! DJ Deluxe, boy, done my shit up.
This is not MTV News.
Biddy boop, biddy boop, biddy boop. This is Deluxe and Deluxsauce signing off.